Think you know how to play Mario Odyssey? Of course not. Do you even own the Prima Games guidebook for Super Mario Odyssey? I mean, look at this thing. It's officially licensed by Nintendo. This thing is a goldmine of valuable information on things like waggling. This is the technical term used by the book for rapidly shaking your controller around to do something faster. Thank you, Nintendo. Well, let's get started. If we want to beat the game the way God intended, we must start here in Cap Kingdom. Each kingdom in the book conveniently has a section that will guide us through beating it. Welcome to Bonneton. Mario is roused by a mysterious inhabitant of the Cap Kingdom known as a Bonneter. Get a feel for the movement controls as you run and jump after the escaping Top Hat. The hat's name is Cappy. All right, awesome. I can play the game. Oh my God. All right, so we gotta chase Cappy. The game already told me about all the movement options, so I can basically do whatever I want for movement, which is really good. I don't just have to walk everywhere. Cappy proposes that he and Mario team up and go after Bowser together. All right, so we're going after him together. Cappy knows an old airship adjacent kingdom. To reach it, you must make your way to Top Hat Tower. So we want to basically just go through the tower and like practice throwing Cappy, it seems. The book would guide us through the kingdom all the way up to Topper, giving us helpful hints like knock off his hats and leap on his head to beat the fight. This would open the door to the next kingdom, Cascade. In this kingdom, the book introduces us to moons. You see those dashed circles in the corner? Those apparently show us how many moons we need. To meet this requirement, the book takes us the intended way through the kingdom, collecting the first moon, smashing blocks and entering this 2D section to collect another moon, and then we tackle the boss fight. After beating the boss, the book says, and this is a direct quote, "The Odyssey has enough fuel to reach the Sand Kingdom. Hurry after Bowser and Peach, if you want. But there's still a lot more to do in Cascade Kingdom, ... Now what are you trying to do here, book? Guilt trip me into not saving the princess? Like, what the hell? Whose side are you on?" The Odyssey has touched down in a surprisingly frigid Sand Kingdom, home of the maraca shaking Tostarena. Talk to the shivering locals as you proceed north through Tostarena town. Cappy points out Bowser's enormous footprints in the sand. He must have been here recently. So it's telling us how to get to the top of the tower. So there's one moon we need to get on the way to the top of the tower, and that's Power Moon 12. We'd follow the guidebook through Sand Kingdom, collect the extra moon, and really consider its insightful advice. There are two essential ingredients to a fulfilling 8-bit experience: patience and speed. Thank you, Nintendo. This kingdom is really just straightforward but slow. The guidebook takes us through the entire kingdom. It helps us beat all the bosses, but at times it literally says, ignore the power moons in the area for now. This book is helping me, but it's constantly sowing these seeds of doubt about what my real objective may be. Are we here to save the princess, or is there some ulterior motive contained within these pages? We reach Lake Kingdom, and for the first time ever, the book presents us with information that could help us reach our goal even faster. No stairs necessary. It is possible to triple jump from the beach, toss the cap at the top of the wall on the left, dive jump, and then tackle jump up to the landing. In fact, this maneuver will be useful much later during the region's free running event. For now, follow the standard route to fully explore the region. I guess I won't do it, fine. I was getting so excited. This book, this stupid cursed thing, it's just taunting me. Sure, it told me how to beat the Rango fight, but what does it really want from me? You know, what the heck this book? I don't need the official Prima guide for Mario Odyssey. We're still finishing the run, of course, but I'd be willing to bet that a $6 bootleg guide on Amazon will get me through the game faster than this piece of garbage. At least the bootleg guide will probably just get to the point instead of giving me a 7-paragraph essay on how to defeat Bowser in Cloud Kingdom. The fight is just so, you just go through Cappy, throw Cappy at Bowser's hat and use it to punch him. It's that simple. I could have sorry, I'll get back to the book. We'll finish the run. I ordered the bootleg guide though. A symbol from ancient times, now seen all over the world. This starburst symbol is thought to have originated on these islands, but what does it communicate? The mystery may never be solved. Chat, I want you to guess what I'm referring to with that quote from the guidebook. The mystery may never be solved. Yeah, I wonder. The world may never know. Thanks to Bowser's cannons, Mario and Cappy are knocked out on the sky and crash land in Lost Kingdom. Things look dire, but it could have been much worse. They could have landed in the poison sea that surrounds this region. You know, that's a good point. Fortunately, Cappy's a whiz when it comes to repairing the Odyssey, and it's only going to take 10 power moons to return the Odyssey. Head north through the jungle towards the bridge, and try not to scream when a large bird swoops down and steals Cappy from atop Mario's head. Try not to scream. Try not to scream. Try not to scream. Try not to scream. Sorry. You screamed, restart. It said try not to scream. It didn't say I had to not scream. But yeah, crazy nobody knows what these symbols mean, chat. All right, and then we can kill Klepto and free Happy. The book proceeds to guide us through the 10 moons required to complete the kingdom, and we head towards Metro. It guides us through the dangerous raining city to eventually beat Mechawiggler. Afterwards, we're heavily encouraged to beat the festival. You're not going to want to miss the festival, but sometimes life gets in the way of gaming. You do know who you're talking to, right? After finishing the festival, we have 4 moons left to collect. All right, what do we do next? Collect more power moons. At this point, it should have been following along closely. You should only need 4 more power moons in order to fuel the Odyssey. We're going to show you how to grow 3 of them right now. Oh no, oh no. I know exactly what that means. Ride the spark pylon down into town and locate 3 seeds in corner of the park near Talkatoo. This freaking book, man. We're told to plant 3 seeds and wait 20 minutes for them all to grow. Now, I could cheat and just change the time on my Switch, but the guidebook doesn't tell me to do that. Instead, it tells me, now that you have some time to kill while waiting for the power moon to bloom, how about a little RC car action? I am so done with this book. 20 minutes pass, we finish the kingdom and head to Snow. This kingdom is pretty straightforward with its guide and pretty effectively leads us through the story. Seaside Kingdom is the same, and after we read what is frankly another unnecessarily long essay on how to defeat a boss, we make it to Luncheon Kingdom. To beat Luncheon Kingdom, the book is supposed to guide us on how to collect 18 power moons. Now, I don't know how many times I've read through this section at this point, but without a doubt, the guide to finish the kingdom only has 17 moons. I read it over and over and over, and I can't find moon number 18. What am I even supposed to do at this point? The Mario's Itinerary section of these books is supposed to tell me how to beat the kingdom so I can move on to the next in the easiest way possible. But this, I have to get a moon on my own? Fortunately, the book does have a section that details the locations of the rest of the moons, so I picked the first moon from there and reluctantly continued through the rest of the guide. At this point, I had lost all trust in Prima Games. How could I know they actually wanted me to finish the run? Fortunately, I still had the bootleg guide to try and finish after this. That book may be a scam, but at least it hasn't shattered my trust. I finished the remaining kingdoms using the Prima Guide and finally beat the game, taking a total of 4 hours, 28 minutes, and 23 seconds. Not long after, it would arrive. The Super Mario Odyssey latest guide. If we take a look inside, absolutely beautiful. Each page was plastered with line after line of pointless text with the occasional black and white image if we were lucky. Now, I understand this might not look as impressive as the previous guide, especially because it's filled with tons of completely useless information. There are lady Goombas looking for love. If you see a load of Goombas in one area, the likelihood is that there's a lady Goomba lurking nearby looking for some Goomba smooches. You'll need to reach her disguised as a stack of Goombas in order to woo her, and that'll earn another moon. Idle Mario. This might be the most adorable Mario has ever been in his lifetime, and part of that is down to the little idle animations he has. Depending on the world, I think this person writing this really likes Mario. However, after spending nearly 13 minutes reading through the introduction, we finally got into the bulk of the guide. Cat Kingdom. First world, meeting Cappy. They spelled Cappy wrong. Look, they spelled Cappy wrong. Welcome to Cappy Kingdom. Cappy. They spelled it with 1 P. Now, I'll admit, this wasn't a great first impression. However, the guide was quick to lead me up through Top Hat Tower and towards our first boss, the Irish Brutal. Yes, that is what it says in the book. We knock off his hats, jump on him twice, and defeat the boss. Cascade Kingdom is similarly simple. We defeat Mother Brutal, head to Sand, beat Mini Brutal, followed by Knuckletech. And yes, for some reason, whoever wrote this book knew the name of this guy, Knuckletech, and not Harriet or Topper. I don't know how, but I haven't lost faith yet. We've been getting to the point with these instructions, and we were easily able to defeat the Tall Brutal in the Lake Kingdom. The next article in the book, I was just on like page like 70 something, which was the moon list. So I keep going and we're on page 82 now. How to beat Bowser on the moon. What do you mean? How to beat Bowser on the moon? Memorizing Bowser's moves in Super Mario Odyssey. This is like a 3-page guide. Snoop Doggy, a more delightful way to find hidden items is to let the little Nintendo sniff out treats. Amiibo, 9 Mario Odyssey tricks. Wooded Kingdom, I found it! I found it. It was just like 12 pages later. Okay. With that little road bump, we were ready to move on to Wooded Kingdom. Now, I can't explain why there was a random 12-page detour of unrelated tips and tricks in the middle of the book, but fortunately, we were easily able to trek on through Wooded and beat the Fat Brutal along with the Robo Flower. At this point in the run, we were unfortunately behind the official guide. Fortunately though, we already knew how to defeat Bowser thanks to the random tips and tricks earlier, letting us save some time as we headed into Lost Kingdom. Lost was also pretty simple. We were expertly guided towards getting Cappy back from Klepto and collected the 10 moons we needed. And from there, we can warp to the Odyssey and head to the next kingdom. There might be a problem. So, there is nothing left. However, thinking about it, chat, if we go back a little bit, page 82, how to beat Bowser on Moon Kingdom. I think I understand what the game wants here. I think I understand perfectly what we need to do here. Here we are, Bowser's Moon Wedding. Oh my God. How do you get there without completing the rest of the kingdoms? We don't need to. The guide said. There's nothing in the guide about Metro to Ruined Kingdom. It doesn't matter. It's an unimportant part of the game. I understand. My eye has been opened. Moon Cave doesn't matter either, so we can just skip it. All that matters is memorizing Bowser's moves in Super Mario Odyssey. I get it now. The guide doesn't mention anything about cutscenes. We don't need them anymore. If we can memorize his attacks, this fight will be trivial. I've got Bowser downloaded. Like it said, these attacks may prove menacing, but we can just avoid. He'll through forward, left, and then right, and then punch him and avoid the tail swipe attack. Up to 3 tail swipes. Stay alert and adapt. All right, Bowser, hit the fake hats and then go for the real hat. Jump inside. I've got Bowser downloaded. He can't get away from me. Time, nothing else matters. That's all the guidebook doesn't, nothing else matters. I think the guidebook's a fraud, but then again, it did teach us something that all that matters is memorizing Bowser's moves in Super Mario Odyssey. Here, I can even show you guys here. All that matters.